Well, hello there, everybody. Welcome today for our first in many of our live Monday free marketing plan Q&A calls, webcast. Not sure exactly what the right terminology is going to be using. We're using, at least for right now, the GoToWebinar platform to have you submit your questions and also to be able to have you feedback with your live comments if you'd like. A lot of you are actually watching this on a replay. If you are not watching on Monday, May 17th at 3 o'clock Central, which is what it is right now. So our next question comes, it's regarding marketing lists. It says, are there any reputable companies that provide marketing lists? Again, kind of a broad question there. They're in the traditional sense, and I'm assuming here that maybe you're talking mailing list, but maybe not. So let's kind of talk on a broad sense here. Marketing lists are typically handled by list brokers, and you can look them up either on the internet or through trade publications. And then what you want to do is check the references and the professional affiliations of the list brokerage firm, and try to find out how long they've been around, and you may be able to find some reputation on that. But there are list brokers out there that can practically get you just about anything you want. In the library, quite often they have a reference book called SRDS, Standard Rate and Data Service, which will list brokers of different lists. Also, if they made it into that book, at least they're not quite fly-by-night. So I believe there's also an online version of that as well. If you just do a search for SRDS, Standard Rate and Data Service, that will help you find some list brokers. You can also buy lists directly from certain organizations. For example, publications. Maybe a ski magazine will have a list of its subscribers, and quite often publications will sell their lists separately. You don't have to necessarily buy ads in there, so you can buy lists from them. Professional associations have lists. Quite often you can get some through them. So depending on your product or service, you can find an association that matches that pretty well and get a list from them as well. Or what you can do is you can create your own list. You do this perhaps by researching maybe your existing client base if you're an existing business, and try to come up with that customer profile of who your ideal customer is, and then go out and see if you can find more lists or find a list that matches the profile of your existing audience. You can also, when you're building your own list, and maybe you hire an intern or you outsource this to a temp, you can follow up and connect with these people and verify addresses and contact names, because quite often in lists you're going to have a certain percentage of the list that is not valid. So you've got to be careful on that. But building your own list sometimes is an easy way. And especially if you're talking about a product or service, you may only need to build a list of 50 or 100 clients to get going. So there's a lot of different ways you can go with lists. I don't know what specific kind of marketing list, and you can get email lists just as easy as you can get mailing lists. So I think that's one of those areas where if I had a little more information, I might be able to be a little more specific. And I'm not sure. I think we're going to probably run out of time today, but perhaps on a future episode, if you wanted to follow up with that, we could go there. That's all I really have time for today, folks. Appreciate it. For more information, you can always go to marketingplanguide.com. And until next Monday, which is May 24th, and I will be here at 3 o'clock Central. I'll be sending out an invitation on that as well. Thank you for attending, and we'll talk to you again soon.